welcome. I am Ben Joseph. On the news tonight, national leader of the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, meets President Muhammadu Buhari in London. Senate President Bukola Saraki says the rescue of the Chibok girls remains a priority. And on the business news tonight, stakeholders warn the federal government against foreign ties in relation to trade agreements. And on the foreign scene, a chemical probe to begin in Syria following Western strikes. President Muhammadu Buhari has met behind closed doors with the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in London. The president's personal assistant on social media, Alhaji Bashir Ahmed, made this known via his Twitter handle in Abuja. Although details of the meeting were yet to be given as at the time of this report, according to the news agency of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, who is on an official visit to London, has met with top UK officials, including the Archbishop of Canterbury, His Grace Justin Welby, in London, where he had given reasons for declaring his intention to run for yet another term in office. While still in the United Kingdom, President Muhammadu Buhari is expected to hold discussions on Nigeria-British relations with the UK's Prime Minister May prior to the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting scheduled for 18th of April through the 20th of April. Elder statesman and prominent politician Alhaji Tanko Yakasai has disclosed that massive rigging took place in the north in the 2015 national elections. Yakasai revealed the electoral fraud to journalists when he led the newly formed Northern Leaders Stakeholders Assembly to former military President General Ibrahim Babangida in Mina, the Niger state capital. He cited instances of manipulation during the election, stating that while the electronic voting was religiously observed in the southern part of the country, it was not so observed in the north. Earlier at the meeting with the ex-president, Yakasai lamented that most leaders of the northern extraction had for long taken the support of northerners for granted and suggested a better response going forward. The ex-president, however, has praised the efforts of the group and assured them of his support while tasking them towards the unity of the country. Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki has called for concerted efforts in the rescue of the yet-to-be-released Chibok girls and the Dapchi schoolgirl Lil Sharibu from the Boko Haram sect. Speaking through his special advisor on media and publicity, Mr. Yusuf Ola, in Abuja, the Senate President, while lamenting the sad incidents of the abductions, suggested that efforts must continue in the bid to see the girls rescued and reunited with their families and loved ones. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, business news is next. Stay with us.
Don't it make you feel like you're on top of the world? Oh, you're Delta Fresh. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Don't it make you feel you're irresistible? Oh, you're super sexy. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Anywhere you go, you know you're on fire. Oh, baby, not fire. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. The world is yours, don't you know? Stay fresh every moment.
Delta Soap. Stay fresh.
Hello and welcome back to the news on Channels Television. Stakeholders have expressed caution on agreements between the federal government of Nigeria and foreign partners, stating that such agreements must be entered into with utmost caution, as doing otherwise could plunge the country into decades of servitude. Speaking against the backdrop of the country's last-minute decision not to sign the Continental Free Trade Agreement in Kigali, they also commended the President of the Federation, Muhammadu Buhari, on his efforts towards the economic growth of the country. On the foreign scene, international inspectors are set to begin investigation at the site near Damascus of an alleged chemical attack that prompted an unprecedented wave of Western strikes against the Syrian regime. US, French, and British missiles destroyed sites suspected of hosting chemical arms development and storage facilities. However, with the buildings mostly empty, the Western Trio have swiftly reverted to its diplomatic efforts. Washington has trumpeted the total success of the biggest international attack on President Bashar al-Assad's regime, but both Damascus and Syria's opposition rubbished its impact. A team of chemical experts from the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, based in The Hague, have now arrived in Damascus hours after the strikes. And that wraps it up for us on Channels Television News Tonight. I am Bennett Joseph. Join us again.
We'll